All right, everybody, welcome back to another deep dive.
It's great to be here.
I am so excited for this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
We are talking all things YouTube copyright.
That's right.
So if you are a creator, if you're even thinking about becoming a creator, if you just like to watch YouTube videos,
If you're on the internet,
if you're on the internet,
if you use a computer.
you are going to want to understand copyright.
Yes.
Because this is how you make sure you stay safe, you keep your channel, you keep your content up, and you're not getting in trouble with YouTube or any of the big bad copyright holders out there.
Definitely. And I think this is one of those things that it feels very scary and complicated.
Oh, yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's actually not too bad
Oh.
once you understand the basic ground rules.
Totally. And that's what we're here for,
Yeah.
to break it all down for you.
Break it down.
So let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
The big scary thing that everybody thinks about when it comes to YouTube copyright strikes.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Those are not fun. No, not fun at all.
So a copyright strike is essentially YouTube saying, hey,
Yeah.
we have detected that you have used content that you do not have the rights to.
Right.
And they're not playing around.
Wow.
They have a system YouTube does called 3 strikes and you're out.
3 strikes, you're out.
So if you get 3 copyright strikes,
Bye-bye.
your channel is gone, your videos, everything is taken down.
It's serious stuff.
It's serious stuff, and they do this because they have to protect creators.
Right.
That's kind of the whole point of copyright.
Yeah, so that makes sense. But wait a minute.
Yeah.
If you get 3 strikes, you're out. What about all these people who use content that isn't theirs in their videos?
Like reaction videos.
Reaction video.
Reviews.
Yeah.
What if I want to do like a video essay on a movie or a TV show?
Right.
How does that all work?
You're telling me I can't do any of that?
No, you absolutely can do all of that.
Okay.
And that's where fair use comes in.
Yeah, fair use.
Fair use, everyone's favorite.
The magical word.
The magical, very misunderstood word.
Yeah, a lot of people throw this around,
It gets thrown around a lot.
and it's very unclear what it actually means.
Yeah.
So can you break down fair use for us?
So fair use is essentially a legal doctrine that says
Okay.
you are allowed to use copyrighted material without permission under certain circumstances.
Got it.
So there are a few key things to keep in mind when it comes to fair use. Number 1 is the purpose and character of your use.
Okay.
So if you are using copyrighted material for things like commentary criticism, news reporting, research, or education, you are much more likely to fall under the umbrella of fair use.
Okay, so that's, like you said, review videos,
Exactly.
educational videos,
Video essays,
commentating on something.
reacting to something.
Right.
The second thing to keep in mind is the nature of the copyrighted work itself.
Okay.
So using a small portion of a factual work, like a news article, is more likely to be considered fair use than using a large portion of a highly creative work.
Well, a song or a film.
Like a song or a film, exactly.
Yeah.
And the third thing, and this is a really important one, is the amount and substantiality of the portion you're using.
Yeah, how much are you taking?
Exactly.
How much of this copyrighted work are you using in your video?
Right. And the less you use, the better.
Yeah, I was going to say the less the better, right?
Yeah, you want to keep it as minimal as possible and only use what you absolutely need.
And only use what you absolutely need
Yeah.
to make your point or to make your content good or to make whatever you're trying to do happen.
Yeah. You can't just like throw in a whole song in the background.
Right. No, that's not going to fly.
And the fourth thing is the effect of your use upon the potential market.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So basically, is your use going to hurt the copyright holder's ability to make money from their work?
Right. If I use a whole song in my video, and that means somebody doesn't go listen to that song and the artist doesn't make money,
Exactly.
that's probably not going to fly under fair use.
Not so much.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 main things to keep in mind.
Okay, so as long as we're using a small amount and it's not going to hurt the market for the original work,
And you're using it for the right reasons.
right, the reasons like commentary and education,
Yeah.
then we should be good.
You're probably in the clear.
Okay, so
Fair, sir?
probably in the clear.
Fair use is a little bit of a gray area.
It's a little bit of a gray area, right? It's not always black and white.
It's not always black and white, and ultimately it's up to a judge to decide
Yeah.
if your use is actually fair use.
Got it. Okay, so let's say we do everything right. We think we're in the clear,
Yeah.
but we still get a copyright strike.
It happens.
Happens.
Mistakes happen.
What do we do?
So there are a couple of things you can do.
Okay.
The first thing you can do is dispute the strike.
Okay.
And this is basically saying to YouTube, I believe this strike is a mistake.
I did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong, and this is where you would argue your case for fair use.
Got it.
The second thing you can do is reach out to the copyright holder directly. So you can find their contact information and try to work things out with them amicably
So maybe you could just ask them to take it down or...
Exactly. Maybe you could just ask them, hey, can I use this?
Right.
Can I get permission to use this? Maybe we can work out some kind of deal.
Right.
Sometimes copyright holders are really understanding.
Right.
They were like, oh, you know what? I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not trying to steal my work.
You're trying to help it.
You're trying to help it, or you're trying to use it in a way that's actually beneficial.
Right.
So those are your two main options if you get a copyright strike.
Got it. Okay. So let's say we're trying to be proactive.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we don't even get to that point.
Right.
How do we protect ourselves ahead of time?
So the best thing you can do is educate yourself.
Okay.
Learn about copyright law.
Read up on it.
Read up on it. There are tons of resources available online.
Tons of resources.
And it's really worth your time to understand the basics.
So we should all go become copyright lawyers.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to become a lawyer.
Okay, good.
But you should at least have a basic understanding of how copyright works.
I mean, it's our job.
Yeah.
For content creators, we got to know this stuff.
It's part of the game.
Right.
The other thing you can do is familiarize yourself with YouTube's Content ID system.
Oh, yeah. Content ID.
This is a really powerful tool that can actually scan your videos for copyright infringement.
Before you even upload them.
Before you even upload them.
That's amazing.
So it can flag any potential issues and give you a chance to fix them before you hit publish.
So that's a great way to avoid getting those strikes in the first place.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So yeah, those are some tips for protecting yourself.
Okay, so I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
I think.
We've talked about copyright strikes. We've talked about fair use.
We talked about Content ID.
We talked about how to protect ourselves.
How to dispute strikes.
How to dispute strikes.
I think we did a good job.
I think we did a good job, too. So any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that copyright is there to protect creators.
Right.
But it's also important to remember that fair use exists.
Right.
And it allows us to use copyrighted material in a way that is beneficial to society.
Right. And to further creative work.
Exactly.
To make more cool stuff.
Yeah. So I think it's all about finding that balance.
Right.
Between protecting creators' rights
Yeah.
and allowing for creative expression.
That's a great point. Yeah.
So how can we, as content creators and as consumers,
as viewers, contribute to that balance?
Contribute to that balance, exactly.
That's the question.
That's the question.
I love it.
Leave them with a question.
Leave them with a question. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. I hope you learned something today.
I hope you did too.
Stay safe out there.
Don't get copyright striked.
Don't get striked.
And keep creating.
And keep creating awesome content. We will see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.